the senior chorus members would please head to the risers. And if everyone would please rise for the singing of the national anthem, remove your hats with the exception of seniors. That's up to you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So as the senior chorus works its way back to their seats, a few housekeeping items. One, the exits. There are 6 doors to the back to your left. There are 6 more in front to your left also. We have the bay doors open behind you, and then we have another 6 doors in front to your right. Would also like to thank the members of the band. And so we have 2 outstanding teachers, Mr. Bedell, Mr. Messier, and 3 of the most talented musicians I've heard, Jack, Will, and Nick. So thank you for doing the music this morning. And before we get fully underway, we've been very fortunate at BFA to have 4 amazing exchange students whose flags you can see posted up above. And those students, Arroya, Mila, Paula, and Emma, brought a real vibrancy, and it's a real pleasure to have those students. So as the seniors will depart today, we will bid them a fond adieu also on their next travel. So thank you for being part of BFA. And then my last bit of housekeeping, we're very fortunate to work with Northwest TV. They've been great at showing up at our meetings and even better at seeing that this is televised live. And then we have Wayne, who you will see taking pictures today. So he will be front and center, and I need to really ask everyone to please not come forward, as he will make sure that you get a picture twice of every single graduate. So thank you for adhering to that. And now, an official good morning. I am Brett Blanchard, the principal at BFA, and it's a real privilege to be in front of this large BFA community, whether you are in person or watching from home or elsewhere live. So, one of the things I know that the graduates always hear are life lessons, but I wanted to briefly give one that they gave me, or maybe a reminder, of which then I would like in turn to give everyone here, because I actually think it will always improve a community. So before I get to that really brief lesson, I want to congratulate this class for actually an overwhelming amount of success that they've already experienced. The last several years, I have seen some of the best drama performances, some of the best musical performances that I've witnessed in my 35 years in education. We also have many D1 championships. Recently softball, but in the last 3 years, we also have the Comets with basketball, hockey. The Bob Whites won hockey championship twice 1 year, at least I maintain that. And we still have many track and field champions, cross country. We have 4 students that finished in the top 20 in New England the other week. We have a student that has successfully done demolition derby. So while you might not know of that, she certainly is not quiet at school, and I appreciate that. And we also have students that are going to head into the military soon, so that everything I just said can be maintained and be enjoyed by everyone here and future graduates. So in advance, thank you for your ongoing service. So now as to the lesson that you taught me, and that was 3 years ago, arriving at school when we were mandated to wear masks. You were told to stay away from one another, or certainly keep a large distance, not to socialize if you can, and then try to actually run a school and get to know one another. So that very formidable task and all that that entails mentally, right away in the fall, when I'm doing my lunch duty and I am wearing my mask because I'm cognizant of trying to be a positive role model, a dozen students here did a very simple but bold and kind act, and they said, "Mr. Blanchard, come have lunch with us." So while I was hesitant, I didn't really know the students. I understand I have to take my mask off now and break all these protocols. That simple, kind act not only made my day, but helped me feel more invited and really actually kind of kicked off what turned out to be a positive year. Then many other students that are before you now, they would be sophomores, I sat with some others that just said, "Mr. Blanchard, have a seat," and I get to just know students during that one time period. And so I think that those simple acts are things that will change the world. I promise you it'll change the community here. And I think it's being bold enough to be kind, even when society's telling you, hey, stay away from one another, don't do the things that you should be doing. They just reached out, and I can tell you that that had a great impact on me, and it will change your workplace. I think it'll change downtown, and I'm confident it'll change every social gathering you win if we follow these student examples. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's something that I will always take with me and I will always remember. So now we'll get underway with people far more important than I. And the first person I will introduce is the senior class president, who it's been a distinct pleasure of mine to be able to work with her, or as I said in word ceremony, maybe work for her. But really to have this initiative in the student body is what's going to change the culture and actually see that the school is always governed well. And there are students here, by the way, that have made that voice tangible, real, and I thank them for their ongoing, what's going to be a permanent legacy, I'm confident. But this student is one that always advocated for sometimes things we couldn't do, for things that we should be doing, and really was also bold enough to make sure that things got done. So it's a real pleasure to introduce our first presenter, senior class president, Emma Archambault.
Good morning, BFA community. My name is Emma Archambault, and I'm the president of the class of 2023. I am pleased to welcome you all here to commemorate my fellow classmates and I as we close an important chapter of our lives. This year, the Student Council asked all seniors to submit nominations for our graduation speaker. I am pleased to say that Ms. Rico was chosen by an overwhelming majority. For many of us, Ms. Rico was one of the first faces we got to know at BFA. Through her accelerated writing workshop, she taught us how to navigate high school and helped us bridge the gap from middle school. While speaking with fellow classmates, Ms. Rico is described as enthusiastic, caring, helpful, and selfless. Even though the second semester of our freshman year was shut down by the pandemic, Ms. Rico still managed to imprint a positive memories and advice on all of us. Although I will try to remember most of your writing tips, I am positive I will always carry your advice and infectious smile. We will all miss you next year, but wish you the best of luck as you also embark on a new adventure when you become the principal of BFA. Now, I would like to welcome Ms. Rico as our class of 2023 commencement speaker.
Thank you, Emma, for that introduction. Well, here we are, graduation day. I want to thank the class of 2023 for asking me to speak. I feel honored that I'm here sharing this day with you. I feel honored that I'm here sharing this because it seems fitting since you're the last group of students I had the privilege to work with. And that we're both embarking on a new chapter in our life story. You are heading out to embrace all the opportunities before you, and as Mr. Blanchard skates off into the sunset of retirement, I am embracing the role of BFA's next principal. Oh, how far we have come. As I said, I am grateful to be standing here, up here with you. As an introduction, I have been an English teacher for 23 years, here at BFA for 20. 3 years ago, I accepted the role of instructional coach, which has been very rewarding, but it did take me out of the classroom, which is why the class of 2023 is the last class I had the honor of being a teacher. As much as people have tried putting the last 3 years behind us, I have thought of it often. When you started as freshmen, little did we know that 6 months later, the whole world would be in lockdown. So there we were, rolling along, full of hope and eager that this part of our life was going to be the best, taking life as usual, and then we were all sent home with uncertainty in the air. Little did you know that school was about to look very different, and little did I know that you would be the last class that I had the privilege to work with. So we took to our computers, and I don't know about you, but it felt like all of the work and none of the fun. No funny jokes that made the day fun from Maddie Gagne, Sam Bapp, Lila Rulo, Peyton Hunsiker, Charlie Thompson, and Tanner Paquette. Funny, yes, but more gray hair because of it. No deep conversations that I loved from Heather Lesperance and Noah Burleson, Seth Richards and Nick Crespin and Zach Reese. And no seeing people that had come to be part of my daily routine. So this is why today is so important. We can finish what we started. You with hope in the air and possibility that the best is around the corner. And for me, I can take my final stand as an English teacher. Yes, I can see some of you rolling your eyes, so buckle in. Over the last 2 decades, I have frustrated many students. Some of you might even be sitting here today out in the crowd, with my constant pestering of, well, what does it mean? My life's goal was to help others look for meaning in what was around them, not my interpretation, but theirs. So I was constantly asking, so what does it mean? Because, as you will see, there are messages around us that help form our perspective. Let's start with an example that I used at this year's National Honor Society induction. Simile, metaphor, symbolism. These are the terms that English teachers love using, and you often ask why we bother teaching them. These are the terms that often give us a window into what lies below the surface. In the past, I have struggled to convince my students that there is meaning behind these terms, and I have often been met with skeptics thinking that there is nothing that lies below the surface, and that words on a page are just that. A colleague once told me about a student that said, sometimes a poem is just a poem, but I encourage you to go the distance and look for the deeper meaning. Let's take the allegory or the extended metaphor. An allegory is a story that you think is about one topic, but it's actually about another. And a metaphor is a device that compares 2 similar concepts. Let's look at my one all-time favorite movie, The Wizard of Oz. And yes, I know it was a book, but I love the movie. I even had a German Shepherd named Toto when I was 10. True. Let's see. Anyway, the journey Dorothy goes through is an allegory for life. And like life, as you start on your journey, you're often scared and vulnerable, born into a new world, if you will. But you find strength to continue. You'll run into obstacles trying to deter you from achieving what you want. And as you go, you'll meet some friends that are brainless, heartless, and cowardly. And at times, this person may actually even be yourself. But as you continue down your golden highway, you will find a place that will provide answers for you and help you grow. Your emerald city may be college, it may be the military, it may be the work world. Regardless of which one, it will give you the direction and advice you will need to continue. You will continue on realizing you have the strength to get the job done, and you will find yourself surrounded not by the brainless, heartless, and cowardly, but intelligent, heartfelt, and brave people who will help you get to where you want to go, whether that's back to Kansas, St. Albans, Paris, San Francisco, or wherever your ruby shoes take you. I can say that the class of 2023 contains genuinely heartfelt, intelligent, brave people. People like Anders Savard Watson, Ella Howe, Isaac Grattan, Sidney Prezo, Tyler DeLage, Orion Ward, Anna Bouchard, Jada Wayland, Becca Dahmer, Callie Tabor, and Nicole Trahan, to name just a few. And I can honestly say this class, I only mentioned a few, but you all are that for me. And just like the Wizard of Oz, it is so hard to say goodbye as we part and continue on our journeys. As you can see, if you look for the meaning, it's more than just a story of a witch and a wizard. Here's an example of how a story shaped my thinking. Let's go back in time to ancient Greece. And no, I was not alive then. Let's look at the story of Daedalus and Icarus. The story goes like this. Daedalus was a great inventor. In fact, as mythology has it, Daedalus was the maker of the Great Labyrinth, a maze so complex no one could escape it. All the great leaders and kings held Daedalus in high esteem due to that there was nothing he could not create. Long story short, the king imprisoned Daedalus and his son Icarus into the labyrinth. But remember, there was nothing Daedalus couldn't create. So he gathered materials and he built wings for his son and himself to fly up out of the deadly maze. Now, if the story stopped there, it sounds like we have a happy ending of father and son flying off to freedom. However, the ancient Greeks believed that stories were designed to teach life lessons, particularly around having too much arrogance. So, as Daedalus and Icarus are soaring into the clear blue sky over the ocean, Icarus, embracing his new freedom and his ability to fly to places he's never experienced before, decides to soar upward toward the sun. He is exhilarated with his power. His father, Daedalus, warns Icarus not to fly too close to the sun, for the wax in the wings could melt. Icarus, not listening to advice because he's drunk on his new power, flies too close to the sun, upon where the wax in his wings melts, and he plummets to his peril into the ocean. Here was Icarus ignoring the advice from his father, who had just devised a plan for his freedom, who was a well-known thinker and inventor, someone who had lived twice his age and loved him and earned the respect of many. Yet, Icarus could not hear the words. My takeaway is, allow people to support and guide you, even if you don't like what they have to say. Not the people who are looking out for themselves, or not the people that are looking out for themselves, but the people that want to lift you up and see you fly. Many of those people are here with you today. I have taken to heart words of encouragement, advice, and support from so many of you. I would not be where I am today without you guiding me and telling me whether I should improve and if I'm flying steady. People like Quinlan Steele and Luke Holcomb, Megan Jamieson, James Harrison, Whitney Howard, Jack Spar, Madison Hughes, and Drew Ducalon, you have supported me and advised me with your kindness, your creative spirits and ability. Now go share it with the world. I have also seen people who have soared to new heights and have remained steadfast in their approach. People like Liam Horrigan, Cadence Bocash, Lauren Kate Garso, Cam Johnson, Genevieve LeClaire, Amaya Sharp, Abby Branges, the Comet softball team, which consists of Maddie Carey and Sierra Yates, Molly Smith, McKenna Hughes, and Isabella Shuford. You have demonstrated that you can achieve great things when you keep the goal in front of you. I know some of you are thinking, is Miss Rico telling us this story so that we never take risks and fly to new heights? And if so, not the best choice in graduation speakers? I'm sharing this because as I was thinking of becoming the next BFA principal, I was feeling arrogant, that I was going to take the world by storm. And then I thought, be careful, Icarus. This story taught me that if we do not listen to others who know more than ourselves, and if we fly too far out of bounds, we will not succeed. As to my point, stop and look at how words on a page can inform your future if you look deeply. The world you live in is surrounded by stories, stories passed down by your family, stories written far and wide, information on the news, internet, social media, take your pick. You are surrounded by it all. But how often do you pause and ask yourself, so what does this mean? What is the lesson to learn? Do you consume what is thrown your way, or do you look for the deeper meaning of what is not being said? Do you try to see how it might inform your life and the journeys you take? Or do you swipe the screen and don't bother to hear or read? What I'm saying is, I urge not to be consumers of information, but deep thinkers that look beyond the surface of what may be presented. You never know when it will be useful. So I am not standing up here because I have your undivided attention and I can bring closure to my English teacher career. Okay, there is some of that, probably a lot of it, but I am standing up here to urge you to look beyond and look deeply. Is the yellow brick road just a road? Is the flight of Icarus just a tragedy? Or is it more than that? Today is the end of a chapter and the beginning of another. What has the last 4 years meant to you? So here you sit, ready to take flight, ready to see what you can offer the world. It is time to go onward and upward, fly steady, and share your greatness with the world. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2023.
So now it's my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2023. During the senior award ceremony, I listed and read a brief bio. And this impressive bio mentioned that he's a talented musician, of which people that arrived early already got to hear some of that. I've been fortunate to watch many of his performances, including on the stage. He's been a varsity football player. He's a novelist. And in today's world, the life that he's led thus far is one that I find impressive, which is involve yourself in many things and don't try to excel in just one. And that's much more difficult than you think. And excelling, actually, at multiple subjects is one of the harder tasks that we can do. And this person has done that for 4 straight years. So it's my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2023, Jack Spar.
Hello, BFA. I am grateful and humbled by the opportunity to speak before all of you today. I'd like to open by thanking BFA and this entire community for getting me and all of us to where we are today. BFA has an immensely talented group of teachers that are passionate about their craft, and it would be an outright lie to in any way suggest that I and all of us could have gotten here without them and their guidance, being there every step of the way. The time that they volunteer outside of the classroom to prepare lessons, offer help outside of school, to run after-school programs is invaluable. And sadly, our society often neglects the time and effort our educators put into their work. So I'd like to take a moment for all of us to appreciate all of the hard work they've done over the last 4 years. I'd like to thank my friends and family and everyone else who has made the last 4 years special, memorable, and fulfilling for me. My parents, of course, have made me the man I am today, and I would not be up here without them and their guidance, so thank you, Mom and Dad. I'd like to thank all of the friends who have been there for me over the last 4 years, whether it be in the brightest of moments or the darkest. You've all always been there for me, and I will never be able to properly express the gratitude I have for all of you. Okay, high school is over, and we will all be embarking on new endeavors and adventures. The last 18 years have been about preparing us for future work, military service, and further education. As we all embark onto these new adventures, there's a piece of advice that I've lived by for the last several years, and I'd like to offer it to all that are here today. American culture emphasizes action. We are a society of extraordinarily hardworking people. Many of us have been told to put our all into everything we do. It's not uncommon for us to be told to put 110% effort into everything we do. Our society's common saying is to literally put in more than what is physically possible. I'd like to take this opportunity to assert that this is an ultimately unwise endeavor. My counter to this advice, the idea that you should put your all into everything and always work as hard as possible, is that it is ultimately inefficient and unfulfilling. A much more successful model, the one that I've lived by, is to focus on living life not at 110%, but a mere 80. What does this mean? Life can be divided into two fundamental aspects. There are times to be active and times to be passive. A successful life is one that balances these two aspects. Our society has sadly almost entirely forgotten the passive side of life. Today, we overemphasize the active portions of living. We work hard jobs for long periods of time, and we glorify those that sacrifice sleep, family, friends, and themselves for the sake of their work and their wealth. This lifestyle that we idolize is unsustainable and unhealthy. Think about this. If you put 100% effort into everything you do, all the time, every day, will you actually be doing your best work? If you limit the amount of time your body, mind, and soul have to rest in exchange for increased productivity, will you actually become more productive? In other words, if you sacrifice the passive side of your soul, will you actually become more active? This is why I've lived life at the 80% rather than the 110 that's been ingrained in us since birth by American work culture. Over the last 4 years, there have been plenty of moments in which I've engaged with material in class, asked questions, communicated with teachers, utilized my study halls. I've worked hard to become the man I am today and to earn the right to speak before all of you. However, there have also been the days where my brain and my body were simply and utterly drained. So instead of trying to brute force through calculus equations during my study hall, I went and I played Uno with some friends. There were days where my body simply didn't have the capacity to sit down and write that essay about Hamlet's antic disposition, so instead, I postponed it in exchange for much-needed rest and relaxation. These choices counterintuitively increased my success and my productivity, allowing me to still hand in all of these assignments on time, while also allowing me to live a much more relaxed, meaningful, and fulfilling life. Rather than burning out by bashing my head against a brick wall of calculus equations and English essays, I flourished by giving myself the time and the space I needed so that I could regather my energy and rest. It's shocking to me that people are surprised or even offended by the notion that everyone should give themselves moments to enjoy the world we live in rather than spending every possible moment working in it. Life is about balancing your passivity and activity, your work and your life. Give yourself time to breathe, to rest, to relax, to reflect, and then recognize the times when life summons you to give it your all, and then go fight as hard as you possibly can. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. I'm just standing up here and arguing that we should produce a generation of lazy do-nothings incapable of applying some elbow grease and getting the dirty work done. To counter that idea, I have an example of what I mean on a large scale. Between 2015 and 2019, the nation of Iceland experimented with a 4-day work week. Workers took an extra day off, but received the same amount of weekly pay. The result? Productivity remained the same, if not increased, in the majority of workplaces. That's right, in some workplaces, productivity increased by working less and still being paid the same. This has been reported by CNBC, the BBC, and all the other Cs. Why is this? Believe it or not, giving your mind and body the opportunity to rest, relax, and gather energy increases your ability to perform quality work. On top of this benefit, workers had more time to engage in hobbies, to spend with family and friends, and to simply rest and enjoy their life. These workers aren't lazy, and they're not forsaking the active part of their souls. By working less, they're simply correcting the imbalance in the relationship between the work and their life. And this much-needed free time for rest, creative hobbies, and family time increase to their quality of life without sacrificing productivity. Class of 2023, we are the next generation. Like it or not, we will soon be handed the mantle of making this world a better place for ourselves and for those who will come after us. And I ask you, what better goal is there than building a world in which we are all living healthier, more successful, and happier lives by adhering not to modern notions of life and work, but by changing our culture's perspective on life so that we emphasize not overworking ourselves, but living a balanced lifestyle in which we give ourselves time to relax and enjoy the life we've been given, while simultaneously acknowledging the moments in which we must act. My fellow seniors, go home today and enjoy your graduation parties. Enjoy these moments you're spending with friends and family, and allow yourself to have more of them in the future. Go home and be guiltlessly unproductive in order to properly prepare for the challenges ahead. Thank you.
If the members of the senior chorus would return to the risers, that would be appreciated.
for someone else's dreams, the pitfalls of the man I became.
For years and years I chased their cheers, a crazy speed of always needing more.
But when I stop and see you here, I remember who all this was for. And from now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, let's wait until tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight, and let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on, from now on.
Come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again.
And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, let's wait until tomorrow starts tonight.
It starts tonight.
Let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on, from now on, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again.
And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again.
From now on, from now on, home again. From now on, from now on, home again.
Edward John Ainsworth. Emma Marie Archambault. Ethan Matthias Audie. William Garrettson Austin. Riley Rose Babinski. Donald R. Bacon. Cameron Bailey. Asher Xavier Ballantyne. Adam Temple Ballard. Samuel C. Bapp. Caden David Bean. Jalen Joan Bedard. Bryn Evelyn Bissett. Jacob M. Benecki. Benjamin Haynes Birnbaum. Jacob Page Birnbaum. Elijah H. Blake. Cadence E. Bocash. Emma Catherine Bovair. Ryan Peter Bosley. Anna M. Bouchard. Benjamin Daniel Boudreau. Cole S. Boyle. Colin Brace. Hannah Mae Brannon. Benjamin J. Briggs. William A. Broich. Grace May Brown. Aaron D. Browning. Noah D. Burleson. Allison Marie Bushy. Callie Jo Bushy. Braden Caldwell. Madison Elizabeth Carey. Elena May Carpenter. Isaac Shalou. Mackenzie Chamberlain. Sawyer Joseph Shoput Graves. Suzetta Francis Chipinelli. Natalia Y. Cobb. Melina Concepcion. Nicholas Ian Crespin. Caitlin E. Cushing. Colby Matthew Siganowitz. River Dolly. Rebecca S. Dahmer. Tyler DeLage. Matthew DeLorme. Ryan Demore. Gabrielle DePope. Trey Desatel. Ryan James Desmond. Alyssa J. Deso. Taro M. Ditch. Alexis Rose Dragon Greeno. Drew Ann Ducalon. Xavier Fajardo Dudley. Jasmine Sky Duncan. Noah Anthony Earl. Michaela A. Elwood. Nicholas Matteo Farinaccio. Annika Kirsten Fursing. Andrew Jonathan Fisk. Jack Emery Ford. Grace C. Frades. Joseph M. Freiberger. Maya Sarah Frost. Cole Julius Gabry. Dominic M. Gabry. Parker C. Gagne. Madison Elizabeth Gagne. Gregory Gagnon. Haley Ann Marie Gagnon. Spug Ulysses Gluska. Lauren Kate Garceau. Alyssa Gwendolyn Garish. Angel Gonzalez. Isaac Oscar Grattan. Dylan James McMahon Gilmet. James Harrison. August Hawkins. Jackson Hayes. Luke Holcomb. Whitney Olivia Howard. Ella Adriana Howe. Liam Matthew Horrigan. Rowan Teresa Horrigan. Madison Renee Hughes. McKenna Jane Hughes. Peyton Chase Hunsaker. Jonathan Russell Ireland. Megan K. Jameson. Corey John Jankowski. Riley Jenkins. Morgan Beth Jetty. Camden Truax Johnson. Cypress Johnson. August Kading. Hazen Isidore Kellner. Veda Elizabeth Kenyon. Alicia Kleinman. Bloma Cray. Wiley J. Krieger. Heather Ann Lesperance. Ava LaBelle. Lindsay LaBelle. Genevieve Anna LeClaire. Marguerite Ledoux. Ella Louise Lambert. Seneca Ray Lamus. Colin Frederick Norman Langloy. Electra Rose LaRock. Kaylee Marie LaRose. Tyrell Iwan Latique. Corey Gabriel Laughlin. Logan Levitt. Sydney D. LeMay. Andrew Scott Lovejoy. Aiden Michael Lund. Maya Catherine Marshall. Ashton H. Martell. Sebastian Peter McCarthy. Revan James McChesney. Olivia Susan McDonald. Sarah Trainer McElry. Connor Edward McMillan. Elora L. Menard. Brooklyn Messier. Kelsey Miles. Madeline Montaigne. Connor Jonathan Morin. Daniel Braxton Munn. Ryan Nath. Keegan Albert O'Brien. Lillian Fleury O'Neill. Olivia Ordway. Chase E. Ovitt. Emma Grace Palmer. Julia Carol Parent. Nathan Donald Parent. Chloe Gabrielle Parizzo. Brendan Pelletier. Emma Pelletier. Connor J. Pigeon. Charlotte Marceline Marie Pierce. Tanner J. Poquette. Xavier Merritt Porter. Devin James Powers. Sydney Elizabeth Preso. John Quinn. Samantha Quinton. Olivia Rose Raftery. Tyler Marcus Rangel. Miriam Rashid. David Vincent Reardon. Madison Elizabeth Reynolds. Ella Ray Reynolds. Seth Trainer Richards. Zachary Harlan Reese. Tyler Eric Robbins. Taylor M. Robtoy. Dakota Rushier. Lila Ruth Rulo. Timothy Scott Sanders. Corbin John Schreindorfer. Amaya Mihai Sharp. Ayla Eleanor Shea. Isabella J. Shuford. Lexi Grace Smith. Molly Frances Smith. Christian Dominic Souza. Jack M. Spar. Kyra Mae St. Francis. Layla Marie St. Francis. Beverly Stanley. Quinlan Marin Steele. Jada Marie Stevens. Isaac Sullivan. Alex Swan. Bo Swan. Callie Jo Tabor. Lucian M. Tebow. Charles Laughlin Thompson. Lydia Yvette Tomlinson. Nicole Megan Trahan. Sydney Truder. Carter Verano. Abigail Estella Varanges. Austin Wagner. Jaden Olivia Wallant. Dakota Sean Ward. Mason Aaron Ward. Orion A. Ward. Keegan Warren. Ander Severide Watson. Michael J. Weber. Amy Whalen. Ethan R. White. Caitlin Wilson. Liam Wood. Andrew Nicholas Yates. Sierra Elizabeth Yates. Andrew M. Young. Desiree Young.
If I could have the senior chorus one last time to the risers for the singing of the alma mater. I'm going to wait till they're all done before I let them celebrate. Seniors, you may now turn your tassel from the right to the left. And to the BFA community, I present to you the graduated class of 2023. We are more than good, and now we will see if they can't depart as nicely as they actually entered.